Hey guys,
Hi,
we are Tale of Two Dead Girls,
I'm Michaela.
and I'm Kayla, and this is our Morbid Mini number
5.
5.
This is where we read your guys' stories that you sent us, and we're really excited to see them. We don't read them beforehand, so I know we've mentioned that before, but any new listeners, that's the drill. It's all a surprise.
sometimes, sometimes I'll read mine. Like I'll
Really?
read, yeah, but not every time because I want to make sure that
If you don't want me to say your name, say it in the very beginning. I'll read it in the first sentence and no, but besides that, you're fucked because I will not read it. I want it to be a total surprise. I want to be shock factor, you know?
I sometimes don't read them. Actually, I have like a handful of them that I don't read. So sorry, you guys. I do want to reply. I want to start replying to them, but I don't know if I should reply before or after I decide to read
Read
it.
them. Yeah, that's true. We've kind of been conflicted with that because I don't want to I don't want to read it. So I'll if anything, I don't know. I emailed the person last time after I read it on our thing and that worked fine. But let us know what you guys want, I guess. Also send us your stories. Please send them. We want to see them. Anything scary, even if you think it's stupid. I'm sure it's freaking scary.
Yes. I mean, you guys have been doing a good job lately, so
Serious.
yeah.
You guys have some good stories. We don't hold a candle to you at all.
It's like also like really crazy how like people have like real stories and that they have encountered like paranormal stuff. I think that's so like neat and scary and cool, and because I've had my fair share of like paranormal encounters and stuff, and
Yeah,
like
for sure.
knowing that other people also see things, hear things, have had things happen, it's just like so freaking cool to feel like a part of that kind of like paranormal community,
Yeah, I
and
think a lot of our listeners feel that way. When we read their stories, they're like, yeah, I'm not weird, you know? I don't know. I think it's important. I like hearing real authentic things instead of kind of Hollywood washed, you know, stuff. It's authentic.
yeah, I feel you.
Yeah,
100%.
for sure. So,
Well, I guess this is where we might start talking about our stories.
yeah, let's dive in.
Um,
I
we are
got,
gonna
yeah, go
what?
ahead. You tell them.
We're gonna like flip a coin and see like who's gonna go first because
We're
we
just
don't
gonna
really
mix
have
it up.
yeah, we don't really have like a scheduled person to go first for our minis. We kind of just whoever goes will go.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want heads or tails?
I'll go with tails.
Tails. Okay. I don't know how to flip a coin, but I'm going to do my best.
Good luck.
It's heads.
All right, so you
Ah,
are first.
all right. So, this person would like to remain anonymous, and I'm just going to preface this with um, trigger warning because it does involve suicide. So, if that makes you uncomfortable, just skip through the next few minutes of this. But I will read it in their words. It says, well, I'll start by saying I met my friend when we were very young in fifth to sixth grade. We grew extremely close, and she was like a sister to me. She was very beautiful and popular. Everyone loved her and wanted to be her friend. She got me into this is a real friend right now, you guys. She got me into Never Shout Never and introduced me to Twilight.
Hell
Damn,
yes.
she showed you that good. Anyways, she came from a religious family and had an older sister who looked just like her. Our bond was very strong until she moved away in middle school to a private school and then came back to public school freshman year. She didn't stay for long and was transferred to private Catholic school, and we lost touch due to her not having a cell phone or social media at the time. Wow.
Bummer.
The days. Yeah. Remember then. To in fifth to sixth grade, I had an emergency phone, but using the internet was unheard of. That didn't exist at all.
I remember that. I remember when
Yeah.
I got my first phone when I was like 14, and but with that, like I had like a Metro PCS phone that would slide up.
Oh yeah. I
Ew.
like those.
And
Give
I
me a
remember you
QWERTY
could
pad, baby.
What is that?
Like the keypad. That's what it's like.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like spells out
Oh.
QWERTY. Yeah.
Oh, I never like called it that. But yeah, and I remember using internet on that, but like there was no apps, right? So you just have to like use the actual internet and then like you have to use the up and down arrows to like
Yeah.
move around the screen.
You would like accidentally press like the little internet thing and it would have like the thing like it would be circling and then it would pop up a little message like, do you want to accept these charges to use the internet or whatever? And you'd be like,
Oh
no, no, no,
God.
no, no. Like, mom and dad, I'm sorry. I
That's
didn't
why you
mean
get
this.
Metro PCS and everything was unlimited, but the service was
Damn,
shitty.
terrible. When I first met my boyfriend Brandon, he only had Boost Mobile and his service was the worst. He paid like $40 a month for unlimited, but after like using a gig, everything like slows down to like
Yeah, it
super
sucked.
slow.
It actually sucked.
Anyways, back to the story. I'm sorry if we're like making light of this. That's not my intention, so I apologize. But anyways, years later, I believe I was in junior high school.
Shoot,
Wait,
a junior in
yes.
high
Oh,
school.
I was a junior in high school. I can't read. I saw her in a car as I was walking down the street. She screamed my name like she always did and looked so excited to see me. I told her I missed her and she said she missed me too. I was so happy to run into her. I texted my boyfriend and mentioned how close we were as kids and how I'm so upset I didn't ask for her number when she drove past me. I then went on Twitter and wrote about how happy that made me to see her and how I want to find her number or social media. She didn't have Instagram. I think she was on Facebook, but I had deleted my account a long time ago. Fast forward about a week or two later, I get the worst news of my life. A mutual friend of ours let me know she was found at the bottom of a dam and passed away. That's so sad. I like
That's
just,
so heavy.
that is horribly painful. I'm so sorry. Seriously. That's awful. But anyways, my world fell apart and for years I was filled with regret for not getting in contact with her, asking for her number. Her death was ruled out as a suicide, but her parents believed otherwise. Her mother found my house and came by saying she wouldn't have done that. It was raining and she went out jogging that afternoon and it had to be an accident that they were doing an investigation. I had very vivid dreams of her for months after her death and many visitations. One that will always stay with me is the night I had a friend over spending the night. I had a photo of my friend who passed on a frame in my bedroom. It wasn't inside the frame, just on it. And the friend who had slept over was kind of a bad influence on me since we liked to party and she often did ecstasy and I did too occasionally during the rave phase we all had. All windows in my room were closed. There was no fan on, and I swear the photo of my dead friend flew off the frame and landed on the face of my friend sleeping over. She was spooked when I had mentioned that was my best friend who had passed. I took it as a sign of her watching over me and telling me to watch out for that friend and how I could have possibly gone down the wrong path and ended up seeing my friend in the afterlife. I have more paranormal stories, but this is one I hold close because it's extremely personal and about a person I love very much who was a great friend in life and after.
Oh my God.
I'm like, I've had like a couple people in my life pass away that were friends, in high school. And like, it's just like something you really can't compare to anything. It's like that person was so young, they had so much life, and like you are so young, it's hard to understand. It's just like gnarly. But
Yeah, it's so sad.
seriously, at least it's like it's cool that she's able to make contact from the other side, and like she's helping in a way. Like that's awesome. I don't know. I love that.
Yeah, totally.
I'm sure she loves this person who wrote this as much as they love her.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for sharing that story with us. We know who you are. So
And we love you, by the way.
yes, we do.
You're my queen. Seriously. Goals.
All right, let's see here. Okay, so
Let's get into it.
so this is from Tim. And it goes, "Hey y'all, it's Tim Tanner or at Paranormal Alien on Instagram. I have a couple of short spooky stories that were told to me. So these are not Tim's, but these are stories that were told to him. Also, Paranormal Alien is a
an Instagram that we follow.
Yes.
And they're really awesome.
Yeah, go check them out. So here we go. First, my mom works at a rural hospital, and where she has told me that she has seen many odd things occur. Since she works with a lot of older people, unfortunately, many of her regulars pass away while they are at the hospital. I'll leave that info there for now. One night, I came home to visit my mom and we red boxed the movie Shadow People. This was when the movie first came out, but because both she and I have always loved horror movies. Not to mention, one of my best friends worked as a PA on the movie, and I wanted to watch the credits to see if I could spot his name. And PA actually means production assistant.
Really? I was just going to ask. I was like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, it's production assistant.
Wow, you know all the terms.
I hope that's right. Oh my god, if I'm wrong, I'm gonna be so embarrassed. But I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Have that confidence. You know, you worked on a set. You know,
I've worked on plenty.
Exactly.
Okay. Anyway, my mom didn't say much during the whole movie, which is odd because we usually pick with each other we also pick with each other as movies go along, like MST3K Redneck Edition or something. When it was, I don't even know what that is.
Me either. Explain.
We should probably Google it after.
Yeah.
When it was over, I was watching the credits for my friend's name, and she said, real seriously, "I've seen those things before. I've seen them here and at work." Those were in quotes. She told me that the house she lived in at the time had been owned by an older woman who actually died in the house.
Yeah.
She, of course, didn't know that until she began to feel like there was something in the house with her. She lived alone at the time. Then she began to see shadows move down the short hall to her bedroom and would even hear someone talking like they were in the other part of the house. Thinking it was my grandparents or sister, she would go see who was there and no one would be there.
Yikes.
Then my sister stayed with my mom for a while, and while my mom was at work, my sister saw a full ghost figure of an older woman in the master bedroom closet. Ew, no thank you. Not in a closet. No thanks.
I would never go in that closet again.
Hell no. After that, they researched and discovered that the older lady had died in the house in that room. Second quick story about the hospital my mom works at, told by another employee there. The story goes that this employee dude was working the night shift and checking on patient charts. He does something with paperwork. I don't know. That was in parentheses. And he noticed that there was a man with his back to him in front of a supposedly empty patient room. Because he had not seen the man pass him in the little hall, he said he immediately felt scared or in danger. He even thought even though this is a rural hospital, there is gang violence and stuff that happens, so the employee's mind went to immediate danger. He said he called to the guy, and the guy went down the hall to the left and out of sight. The employee followed him even though he knew that the hall was a dead end. Once he rounded the corner, however, the mysterious man was not there. He looked in the closet and at the end of the hall just to be sure. Let me read that again. He looked in the closet at the end of the hall just to be sure, but he was gone. Now, why this guy decided to be Mr. Brave, I don't know. But apparently after he started to think about the way the man looked and described the man to the nurses, they said it was a man who had died in that room some time ago.
Damn.
Turns out each nurse had seen the guy and even had the lights in that room flick off and on over the years. That's all I can think of right now. I got some more, but to be honest, they are longer and would take forever to write out. One story happened to me and the other to one of my friends. Hope you like the stories. Thanks for an awesome podcast, Tim Tanner.
Awesome. Thank you, Tim. That was really cool. I like those. Those are good ones. I don't understand why some ghosts stay and some ghosts leave. Like, I know there has to be like a reason, like unfinished business or something, but maybe they just like don't want to leave. Like they're just like, I like this place. I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of think of that too. I used to watch A Haunting a lot, which was a
Yeah.
show on I think it was Discovery Channel or something, and I remember in a lot of the episodes it was more of like them being stuck here, like for whatever
Yeah.
reason, or they don't know that they're dead,
Oh,
and
that's
they're like,
scary.
yeah,
I've
and
heard
then
of
like
that too.
and like then the person like tells them like go to the light, blah blah blah, you know, like
Yeah, like go
your
into
time here
it.
is done, get the fuck out of here and stuff like that.
I wonder if that's real. Like that lady's like, this is my house. Get out. She's like Beetlejuice, right? Like,
Beetlejuice,
no.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
He's coming. But yeah, I don't know. Like, there's a couple ghost stories that I haven't yet shared with you guys that my family's experienced, and this just kind of like reminded me of that. So
Yeah, what are
I
you
just thought that
waiting
was cool.
for?
I'm just like so they were other people in my family experienced them, like my grandma and my aunt and stuff. So I just want to like sit down and like interview them and get their kind of perspective on it. Ivan was thinking like maybe I'd record like a mini interview with them or something. I don't know.
Yes.
I'm gonna visit my grandma hopefully this weekend, so we'll see. But yeah. And I also have like a hometown story that I've been saving that I was thinking of maybe like touching on when I got back from visiting, but we'll see. So here's the next story. It's from Angelica, and it says, "Hi, my name's Angelica. I'm a 19-year-old girl from California. I just wanted to say that this podcast is so good and I love it. Thank you,
Oh, thank
Angelica. We love
you.
you." Our girl. Anyways, I have a story of when I was like 11 years old and my cousin, she was 10 at the time. Her and I were at my aunt's house staying home from school, and my aunt and I was standing in the kitchen while my aunt was at the computer desk. And as soon as my cousin was walking into the kitchen, cabinets started shaking and plates flew out of the door or out of the floor, out onto the floor and broke. I was like, out of the floor? What? That's like, and like,
First, my first thought is like earthquake.
yeah, I'm like, how? This is insane. We all looked at each other. I asked if that was an earthquake. All right, we were right on the money. My cousin responded no. Later on in the day, my aunt asked if her house was haunted. It was, and I never stood at that house ever again. Recently
Wow.
in summer, I know, like I want to know how they knew. Like, how do you know if your house is haunted? Like, what's the definitive way of finding out?
Research.
I guess, yeah, but like just asking or like oh my god, I have the chills. Have you okay? Side note, have you heard about that guy on Twitter who like had that whole haunting at his door
Dear
and like
David or whatever.
yes,
Yes, I read that whole thing. I like kept up to
so did
date. I
I.
should check back into that.
I know I want to. Anyway, she has another story. Recently in 2017, I was staying at my aunt's new house in Moreno Valley, California with my little brother. I had noticed that my brother and my cousins were in the room playing the PS4, and I saw a black figure run through the hallway. I thought it was my brother because he was playing with my cousin David, and I called out my brother's name asking if he ran through the hallway, and he responded no. I started to think to myself if the house was haunted or not, because every time I would spend the night, I wouldn't be able to sleep or felt like someone was watching us. God, that's scary.
What? I don't want to feel like someone's watching me.
Me either.
I don't know what that feels like because I can kind of feel when there's like a weird energy or like a
Yeah.
ghost or something, but I haven't felt like I feel like someone's watching me. I usually just feel like someone's like behind me or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like that too. I mean, like, I feel like sometimes people are watching me if my window's open, but then they just like look out the window and I'm like, all right, come back to reality, miss. Like, you're on a sick one.
You're on a
But
sick one.
yeah, but seriously, I really do want to catch up with that Dear David thing. Like, that was intense. And there was like legit video evidence, like surveillance, like cat action, like a whole thing. Very interesting stuff,
Yeah,
if you
like
ask me.
yeah, the last time I checked up on it was probably like a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got one. This is from Hannah, and the title says it's a coworker story. So,
Oh, side note, Hannah. Hannah's like one of my really close friends from like high school, and I love her. And
oh
she
my
lives in
god, yes.
maybe I shouldn't tell people where she lives, but she's like such a good mom and she's beautiful and I love her. So shout
Wait,
out Hannah.
do I know who she is?
I
Does
don't
she
think so.
post about us?
Maybe. Oh, I think like on Facebook and stuff, yeah. But
Oh.
she's from my hometown, so probably she's from Ramona, so probably you wouldn't know. But yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
anyways. Hi, Michaela and Kayla. She puts a heart in a smiley face. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, I work at a barbershop, and one of the barbers was born and raised in Mexico. His family lived in a house that was built over unmarked graves, and they found this out when they tried to dig for a pool, and literal human bones were discovered.
Yes.
Wow, that's insane.
I'm so excited.
They stopped digging because during the process, my coworker's dad was doing the manual labor and he suddenly started coughing up blood, and the family
What?
was too scared to continue to work. Yo, that's scary.
That's a sign
That's like really,
from
really scary.
beyond. Yeah.
Then my coworker's mom was at the grocery store and saw a friend. The friend was like, "Hey, my husband was driving by your house the other day and was asking me who the man in the hat was." And the mom was like, "What man in the hat?"
No.
Then
No, no.
then they made the husband guy investigate husband guy.
I love it.
I
That's
love
so
it too.
Hannah. If you knew her, that's so her.
Aw, I want to know her. Hannah, I want to know you. Okay, so then they made the husband guy investigate and found out that every night there was a figure of a man standing on the porch smoking a cigarette and wears a large farming hat but tilts his head down so you can't see his face. So mysterious.
I know. Who is this man?
They asked the husband and wife to no longer look at him or acknowledge the man, and then they never talked about it again. Later down the road, like a couple years later, my coworker's mom started to see flecks of light throughout the house. According to him, they are convinced that gold releases a gas when it's buried that can sometimes produce little light flares when the gases mix with oxygen, and they are all convinced the land is cursed. Okay, that totally sounded like some Bill Nye stuff mixed with
It does.
like an ancient like ghost person.
It like reminds me of the movie Holes for some reason, like cursed land. Like
I was thinking of that too.
So
I don't
weird.
know anything about the science behind the gold statement. It seems kind of far-fetched for me, but maybe you guys may know or have heard of that before. Okay,
I
dang
ain't
it.
never heard of that
Yeah,
before.
neither
I
have
have
I.
no idea. But who knows? Maybe. Maybe he's smarter than us.
Maybe. The whole reason he told me the story was because we were both sitting back in the break room together, and all of a sudden, the Windex bottle that was hanging by the little trigger on a rack just started violently swinging.
No.
No! Oh my god,
Run.
that's so fucking weird. Oh
All I see
god.
is like that video of that minion like rolling down the street and it's like da na 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 run. Like that is what I
Oh.
thought in my head.
I know what you're talking about. I love it.
That's so relevant.
We both got spooked. I noticed it and didn't say anything until he did. And then we both admitted we were scared. Ha ha ha. That was actually together. It wasn't like with spaces, but I kind of yeah. Then he started telling me another experience in the shop when he was cutting a man's hair. He felt someone pull on the bottom of the back of his shirt. He turned and saw no one, so he went back to doing hair, and then his shirt was pulled again. And once when I was sitting in the break room. Oh, this is a different one. And once, wait, I don't know. I'm confused. And once when I was sitting in the break room completely by
Oh
myself, I
yeah.
felt my hair being pulled. So I looked to see who was pulling my hair. And instead of seeing a person,
Oh
I saw
no.
my hair just suspended in the air next to me. Chills. I looked at the
Oh my
camera
god.
system and you could even see it happening on tape. I rubbed my
Ah!
hand through my hair and it didn't pull back or anything. It just went back to normal. P.S. I love sharing these. Love, Hannah and Monica.
Oh my god, dude, where is the tape? Release that like Kim K right now because we need
Wait.
to see that.
Yeah. Do you have that? Did you like take a recording of
How
it on your
yeah,
phone or
like
something?
we need to see.
Yeah, girl. What the heck? If you have that, please send it to us. Oh my gosh, that's so
If
creepy.
not, how did that even happen? Like no, don't touch my hair, ghost, please. I'm
Yeah,
scared.
pretty freaky.
So guys, me and my boyfriend like binge watched all of Sabrina this weekend, the Teenage Witch one, or what is it like the? Do you know the name
the
of the new one?
It's The Chilling Adventures of
Oh
Sabrina or
yeah, yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
Honestly, I don't know. Like I liked it. I like them, my favorite characters, and let me know what yours are for sure Ambrose. I love Ambrose. And I
Wait.
can't remember.
Oh, wait, Ambrose is the guy, right?
Yeah, the one who was like on house arrest
Ah,
and
yes.
yeah,
And
their
he
cousin.
yes. Okay. Yeah, I
He's
like
the
him.
okay, him and the bartender, hottest people on that show. Let's be factual.
I don't remember the
And
bartender.
he's like this curly, blonde, curly haired
Oh,
thing.
yes. Okay, yes. I
Such a
remember now.
beauty. And
Yeah.
then I also like I think it's Hilda, the like kind of more like for lack of a better term, like
The
dopey
one
aunt.
wait. The one that's more like comforting and motherly and
Yeah, really
sweet.
nice. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I love
She's like
her.
very passive aggressive in like the funniest, nicest way, and I love it. She's
She's so
everything.
adorable. I love her.
But yeah, I had to take a brief stop from the X-Files so I could binge that, and it was totally worth it. I'd suggest you guys watch it. I mean, the ending is like somewhat predictable, but
Oh my
like
god, don't say anything. I need to
I mean,
watch
like
it.
I guess it depends on how well you can predict. You know what I mean? We'll see.
Is
But
is this season as scary as the first one? Because the first one was really scary to me.
I think yeah, it's pretty scary.
Oh my god, I'm scared. Because I
I
want to watch it
think
now tonight, but I don't want to be like scared because it's like nighttime, you know?
yeah, I don't know if it's like it's scary in like different ways. Like there's like demons and like I don't want to
Nope,
give
not watching
anything
it
away,
tonight.
but not a lot of them or anything. Like did that I know that like Baddie Bat one was like really scary in the first season. I thought that was scary.
Does the first episode have like demons or like possession or anything?
I don't think so. No. It's just like kind of like diving back into what's going on. She's like
Okay.
going to like the Magic Academy, and I think she stopped going to Baxter High in the beginning and stuff like that. So it's kind of like diving into that and like no more Harvey and all that.
I'm so sad about the Harvey thing.
I know that this like version of it is so different. It's so different.
Oh god. I
Like
was
I
so
wish there was more Salem.
I was so upset like when she had to go to that different school and like her hair turned even more white. I was like, I don't like where this is going. Like,
Yeah, it's super white in this like season,
well, I
but
like her
people
hair.
like it.
Her hair is
Yeah,
fine,
yeah, I
but
like
like
it.
how
The evil
things
side.
yeah, like how she I forget what happened. Oh, like how she had to
Oh,
get signed into the book or
the
whatever.
book. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh wait. Oh shit. What if people haven't seen it yet? We should stop talking about it.
You know what? I said Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and that's enough for you to know that we're going to talk about it. So if we gave anything away, I'm sorry. I didn't give anything away in the second season. So at least you can enjoy half of it.
we'll
That's
have
good
a dis-
enough.
we'll have like a spoiler alert, even though there wasn't really any spoilers, but still a
We'll
spoiler
let you
alert
know.
in
Yeah.
like our post. So go look at
Yeah.
or yeah, hopefully you'll read that first before you listen to this. All right. Well, that's it for today.
Number 5 wrapped up. Thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for writing us.
Yes, we'll see you next week.
Yes, we love you. And we'll
We'll
meet
meet
you
you
6
6
feet
feet
under.
under.